This is the install video for the Precision Matthews PM-25 milling machine with the Arizona Video CNC kit, and we're going to install the Z-axis today. And the Z is probably a little bit more fussy than the other ones. This Z has the NEMA 34 mount, which this top plate's drilled for both the 34 and the 23, but most of them are just going to come with the standard NEMA 34 because that's what most people want. I'm going to run the 23 because I have a bunch of the 570 ounce steppers, and I really think they're a great stepper anyhow. So it comes like this, and then you have your Z ball nut mount. Now this mount is held with a single bolt. What I've done is I relocated the mount because of the way this mill is. If you take a look at the Z slide, the stock location is down the bottom, and so it bottoms out on the slot down there, and with smaller bits, even with the quill all the way out, you can't work off of the table unless you put a tool extender in or tool holder. So this is the exact same slide as a Weiss 25 or a 704 mill, except for they hold it from the top. So now the one advantage of it being lower is this slide will go up much higher than other ones as far as over travel, so you get more height. What I did is I relocated it. I now go and use the center M12 bolt to hold it in. Now some of these are not tapped all the way through. Mine was, but then a couple guys complained that it wasn't, so I got some taps I send out if you ask. Now it looks like all the new ones so far have been tapped all the way through, so that's not a problem. Now this is the new Precision Matthews PM-25. It has the top mounted column, has a nice big table, and it's a completely new mill. It shares the head is the same casting as the 704, but it comes with the factory belt drive, which is really quite a nice unit. And then you get the main advantage is the belt drive. So, and the top mount column will make it easier to tram the mill up in the long run. So I'm going to get over there and fit the Z nut on first. Now it is a little bit tricky to get it in there. So now on this one here, I cut a slot in the bolt, which I haven't been doing that on the kits. I got a couple pieces of wood holding this up. The nut holder goes in first. And because there's a slot in it, I don't have to fiddle through the hole as much to get this bolt to go tight. I might cut the slots in all of them, but you only got to do this once. So I'm going to leave it a little loose, and then you have your grease zerk, and it faces toward the window, which used to be the hand crank. Now you never know how square the pads are or all the parts as far as being perfect, so now I'm only going to try to square this up in one direction using the side for reference. It may or may not be perfectly square on the pad. The China stuff is kind of hard to tell. You never really know. And with the ball screws packed tight, they do need to be square, or they'll make a lot of noise. It'll be hard to turn. want to tighten it up a little bit so it holds its position. A 5/8 or 15 millimeter will fit the bolt, and it just has enough room to fit in there. You want to be able to move it without having the screw bend. Calibers are not in here. Okay, well for now we're not going to straighten it up because I got the calibers in the other room. So we'll, assuming that you trued it up, I normally take one reading here and then another reading down at the bottom. And as soon as you get it within a couple thou, which takes kind of a little bit of fussing, then you can call it straight, but you never know until you actually run the screw up and down. It's best to do it by hand. Okay. Now you won't be able to get these in there unless you loosen up the M6 bolts on your NEMA 34 mounts if you have a NEMA 34 system. So I loosen those up. I can tell already I don't have the screw in there all the way straight. So you tighten your screws down all the way. And then now these, I normally take the bolts off, put the motor on, and put the bolts back in the motor to get them all and center off the coupler. Because they can twist, because I'm using the center bolt idea on them, which is fine. So there, now Z mount is installed.